This is the garden that we call Creekside, and I'm going to go in here in just a second, show you what we have growing, what's not doing good, what's doing well, problems that we've had, etc. Just 1 second. Come on, Popsicle. Come on. Yes. Come on, baby. He's coming down. He'll be here in a minute. I want him to get used to where my space is so he'll know what to protect. So he's coming. I'll see if he gets into the garden. I don't know what he's doing. He's digging. Oh, he's got business to tend to. So we're going to give Popsicle some privacy. But this part right here, earlier, if you've been following the videos, we had garlic and onions here, and we have pulled all of them out. They're drying out right now. We have like a screen that was made out of chicken wire that those types of vegetables can get airflow all around them and harden off, because you can't just put them away right out of the ground or they will rot. And so here we go. Are you coming? Are you coming? Here he comes. Look. He's coming. He'll come right in. Are you coming, buddy? Yes. Hi, Popsicle. Let's check out the garden. So, beans. These are just regular pole beans. And still no flowers, but we had to replant these. And something is going on here. I have to figure out what's going on because they're starting to yellow. When we first planted the regular pole beans, look at you. I know, you're a good boy. When we first planted the pole beans, there was a lot of rain happening here in Ohio, and all the beans rotted out. So we had to replant them. And I mean, they're really growing and growing, but no flowers yet. So I don't know if they're just behind. Now these are the yard long beans, and look, do you see how long they are? They are almost ready. I'm watching them every single day, and then we can get a harvest. They're not quite there yet, and they don't really get to be a yard long, but they are about a foot long. So these somehow survived all that rain. And look at these flowers. Don't they have the most beautiful little flower? I love their flowers. And over here, the cantaloupe is still managing to do what it's supposed to do. And look, there's a little one right there. There's about 5 in here. Look, isn't that a beautiful color of green? And to give you perspective, that's about how big it is. But down here underneath, oh, there's another one. Maybe there's more. You can see that one right now is starting to get that crackly look on it. So very soon it'll be ready. And right next to them, which there's nothing there now, we had zucchini and we lost them. It was doing good, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. And that is because we got one of those squash worms. I don't know. They get into the stalk and just kill it, and it was almost overnight. It was very sad. And we have our okra. We have sort of two rows. Again, the rains, but they're getting high. They're starting to grow. And I'm waiting for them to start flowering. They haven't started flowering just yet. We had to replant these. Let's see what's going on in here. No. Oh, look. Whoops. Let me see. There's a flower right there. So they'll start opening up soon. And you know, okra, you have to watch okra very, very carefully, because okra, you can start out with a little teeny okra in the morning and have this great big woody thing at night. So look, there's some more. See them? We're going to have okra here real soon. And then over here, these little plants, there's a mix of collard greens and cabbage, and I think Japanese beetles got the collards. They don't seem to be bothering the cabbage. I don't know how well they're going to do down here. We got these for free from somebody at the church who has a stand where she sells plants, and this was the end of her season, and she was going to just throw them away, so she let us have them. And over here is what corn survived. Ooh, and the tassels are starting to come up, so let's do something. We don't have much corn here, so, but look, see that? This part right here, this wants to be an ear. Look, you can even see, look at that. That's a little ear there, okay? And the way that corn pollinates is with this part right here, the tassel. And it's not quite open yet. It will be soon. Maybe tomorrow. I'll just have to keep an eye on it. This one's really close. It's kind of wet now, though. That's the other thing. And we have on this one, it's trying to make some ears. So it's wet, but what I would do, if it wasn't wet, I'd come through and I'd just shake them. And then the pollen will fall off of these and go down in and pollinate where the little corns are trying to form. And that's how you get your ears of corn. But as you can see, oh no, the rain knocked this one over. Excuse me, mister. Excuse me, you're in the way. I know. I want to see if I can get this back up. Maybe I shouldn't even worry about it. I don't know. There's not much corn here, and there was originally 2 rows, but again, all that rain rotted out our corn seeds. So what I did was, when I put these new cabbages in, I moved the corn that did manage to sprout down to one spot. So that's why that's like that there. So we'll see. It's a strange little garden. And if you're wondering what all this stuff is here, these big things, that's purslane. And it grows naturally. A lot of people call it a weed. Purslane tastes like spinach. It's actually good for you. And we've pulled a lot out, but we're also leaving some because Candace and her husband, they put them in their smoothies. So purslane's good for you. But you also have to be careful if you're prone to kidney issues because it does have oxalates in it, just like spinach. So, yep, that's the purslane. That's why we have that growing there. So, here we are on what we call the hilltop garden. And a lot of things have happened in here since the last video. So, we're going to talk about that. Look at this loofah. It has gone up over the top and it's coming down the other side. Oh, look, this is cool. Let me see if I can get it. Oh. Well, the pollinators are busy this morning, so that's good. I love the flowers on the loofah. I really do. Here's another pollinator. I don't know what that is. Looks like a sweat bee to me, but anyway, but the plant itself smells kind of yucky. I don't like the smell of it. And if you recall, we have some peppers here. They're not quite ready today, but I harvested last night. So that one, this one right here is a miracle because that's one of the ones that got really damaged when the raccoons were digging them up. But you can see the banana peppers are still producing pretty good. We got another one down here. This one, there's a couple more in there. Now, with the loofah, as you can see, there's one coming down there and there's one in the end. There's about 4 in here. We've got one really big one right here. I mean, let me show you. Like, this is a big loofah. But I was talking to Candace about this yesterday, and for the amount of space that they take up and the production that we've had, at least so far in the year, Oh, here's another one. That's a new one. I haven't seen that one before. I haven't noticed it. Oh, yes. Maybe it'll do better. I don't know. I don't know. Because I feel like it takes up a lot of space, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some things are changing now and it's starting to be more productive. But that's what's going on with this. Now, these are our cucumbers, which are looking very, very sad right now. We were getting really good production, and then all of a sudden they started drying off. We were getting blossom end rot. And then the loofah is taking over. So I came up here the other day and I took out as much as I could. I mean, there's even more, and it's all wet right now because we got a really heavy rain last night. So you can kind of see some of it is still on the leaves and stuff. But I gave the cucumbers Tums. I don't know if it'll help or not. And then these peppers here, these are all bell peppers down at the bottom, and we've only gotten a couple off of there. But I don't know. Maybe it's a trade-off. They'll be able to get more light now, and maybe we'll get better peppers. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see because everything's covered with dew. Oh, let me do with that thing. You see, hi. Hi. How about a heart? Okay, so in here, don't do that, baby. Don't do that. Yes, I know, Popsicle. There was broccoli, and we harvested all that. And then, can I get by? Down here, there was a big cabbage, like right there. Candace took that one out the other day. And then we've got two small ones here. It's kind of hard to see with the netting and all the water, but these are doing well. This net, you saw the other plants that fall in this category. We didn't have the netting over it, but it makes a huge difference, I'm telling you, because I've had problems with those types of plants getting eaten by bugs. So now this area here with all the straw, this was our potatoes, and we dug them up, and we had three different kinds. And then at this part down here past that stick, these were volunteers that she didn't get dug up last year. So we got 57 pounds of potatoes. And I think that's about average. The year before, I think she got 60. And she planted about 10 pounds. And she dug them under, and I believe she dug them under and then heaped the dirt up like you traditionally do. This year we tried the straw. And I think this is less work. Maybe a little more out of pocket, but less work. And here we go with the tomatoes. So the tomatoes have really gotten, I mean, look at that. These things are up over my head. There's probably not too many red ones on here because I came through last night. Oh, there's a couple. Look, I'll have to get my strawberry bowl. But they're doing really well, and they all come in at different times. Look at this one. I am waiting. I know, Popsicle. Waiting for this big, giant tomato to come to the point where I can pick it. And apparently, I don't know what they are. You know, Candace started all these from seeds. These here always, she said they always look kind of sickly. But look at the tomatoes that they produce any day now. Oh, but they have a tendency to do this. And some of them are really odd, like this one is a crazy shape, but they have a really good flavor. Look at this. Like they just do this. This one is very prone to that, but I don't know. She says they taste good. They look really good. These are the, you know, the cherry tomatoes. I'm not particularly fond of them. I don't know. I just don't like cherry tomatoes so much. And I think that one right there kind of got mixed in because I think that one there is actually the same as this here. Look at my little man. He's doing his job. So these tomatoes don't really get very big. Yeah, they don't get big, but they come in. Oh, I guess I do need to pick. a little bit, and I'll explain this in just a second. That's about the size that they are. They're not big, but they come in quickly, and they come in at a different rate. So the reason why we plant these is because they come in at different rates, and it just makes it easier for us to manage time as far as canning them. So, and then here, oh, these are so beautiful. Look at these. These are the Romas. I have a feeling that they're all going to come in at about the same time, but they are so beautiful. Look at this. And they're big. Look how big they are. They she calls them the paste tomatoes. I don't know. They're absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful tomatoes. So I'm excited for when they come out. Now over here, I know, little man, we have, where is it? This was so weedy. We've got some Swiss chard planted with dill. These also came from the lady that gave us, that gave us the cabbages, and this one's not looking too good. It looks like something's been eating it. I've never had Swiss chard, so I don't know what it tastes like, and I just wanted to try it. And then we have 3 peppers here, and I think they're called Spicy Jim or something like that. I know. What are you doing? Are you photobombing? Look at all the gnats. There's hundreds of gnats coming up. But we're starting to get little teeny weeny flowers under there. I think they're a little tiny pepper, and I think they're hot. And I just put them in to see what would happen. So this bed right here is supposed to be, it's really supposed to be strawberries from there all the way down. But I think really what's going to happen is Candace is going to come and take them out and move them over to her house, which is fine because she's got the kids to help her keep up with them over there. It's easier. Look, she sat there in that spot, yeah, the other day when she was digging up the potatoes. But yes, that would be good. I mean, that would be good. So she can do that over there. And what she's going to do is take the runners more than likely and replant them. And then I think what we're going to do is turn this over. I don't know exactly what we're going to put in here. This would be a good spot to put potatoes next year maybe, because see right here where the potatoes are now, this would not be a good spot to put potatoes next year because they take a lot of the nutrients out of the soil. So you're not going to get a good yield the following year if you plant potatoes 2 times in a row, unless you do, you know, fertilizers and things like that. But really, you should be rotating your crops. Even the tomatoes. So the tomatoes are up there this year. Next year, the tomatoes will be down here. And her and I are going to have a meeting probably sometime over the winter to see what we could do, because I like green beans. I really like green beans. It's probably my favorite vegetable. And I want to can them. We don't really, I don't think, maybe we do have enough to can right now, but next year I would really like a lot. So maybe we can plant some green beans in here, or actually this would be a good spot, and I'll talk to her maybe about getting some bush beans. And beans will help put some of the nutrients back into the soil. So that's just speculative. I don't know what we're going to do. You'll have to hang around and find out. And we got a long way to go before we get there. So thank you so much for going on this tour with me in my garden. It's been a lot of work. It's been some trials. And it's also been an incredible blessing. Just like this little guy right here. Popsicle. He hasn't learned his name yet. Popsicle. Come on. Come on, little guy.